recent and highly contentious statement by Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova regarding the 1974 Cyprus events has not only ignited diplomatic fury in Athens and Nicosia, but has also underscored a stark shift in Moscow's geopolitical priorities. In a pointed response to criticism from Finland's foreign minister concerning Russian violations of the Helsinki Accords, Zakharova cited a list of perceived Western hypocrisy, conspicuously including the intervention by the Greek black colonel's junta in the interethnic conflict in Cyprus, attempting to annex the island to Greece. The key point that sparked the diplomatic storm, and which acts as the core of Russia's strategic message, was the complete omission of the Turkish invasion and subsequent illegal occupation of the island's northern third. By focusing solely on the Greek-sponsored coup, Russia effectively adopted a narrative that aligns with Ankara's long-standing position, implicitly suggesting the Turkish military action was a justified reaction rather than a blatant violation of international law. This selective reading of history is not an oversight. It is a meticulously calculated diplomatic maneuver with multiple strategic targets. The timing of this provocative comment is crucial, reflecting the delicate balancing act Russia performs amid global tensions. Firstly, it functions as a diplomatic sweetener for Turkey. It arrives immediately following Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan's efforts to re-engage with the United States, including a recent visit to Washington aimed at warming bilateral ties. Moscow, wary of losing its crucial strategic and economic partner, the only NATO member that has not imposed sanctions on Russia, is keen to reinforce the Moscow-Ankara axis. The gesture on the Cyprus issue serves as a clear reassurance to Turkey of its enduring strategic importance to Russia, attempting to counter the allure of an enhanced relationship with the West. Secondly, and equally importantly, the statement is a direct and stinging retaliation against Greece's staunch pro-Ukraine stance. Athens has provided military aid to Kyiv, actively supported EU sanctions, and Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis has repeatedly asserted that Greece stands on the right side of history. Zakharova's deployment of the sensitive Cyprus issue is a direct response to this perceived betrayal of traditional Orthodox ties. It is a calculated move of historical revenge, signaling to the Greek government that its alignment with the West on the Ukrainian conflict carries a tangible diplomatic cost, with Russia willing to use the most sensitive national issues as leverage. In summary, Zakharova's commentary transcends a mere historical footnote. It is a cynical, high-stakes geopolitical message. By utilizing the Cyprus issue, Russia skillfully advances its primary objectives, consolidating its strategic relationship with Turkey against the backdrop of Ankara's potential shift toward Washington, and issuing a stern warning to Greece over its unqualified support for Ukraine. The message is clear. In the current landscape of renewed Cold War dynamics, traditional friendships are secondary to strategic necessity.
Stay informed, stay briefed. Subscribe for more world news in 3 minutes.